Hello and welcome to my very first cash stuffing video. This is Cashmere Budgets. My name's Cassie and I've started cash stuffing about 3 months ago to really help get on top of my finances, and I found it through YouTube and I've been completely inspired by the cash stuffing community here. So I wanted to make my own channel because my situation is quite unique and I haven't seen anybody else who's in a similar sort of situation to me make videos like this. So I thought it might be useful for you if you're watching, or you might find it interesting if this is the sort of content you like to watch. So a little bit about me. So it's a sad story, I'm afraid, to begin with. I have been very ill for the past 5 years or so, and I don't want to go into too much detail because it is quite personal, but also I don't really want to start things off on a negative note because I am doing a lot better. Things are looking up for me generally in life. But I did lose my dream job as a result of getting ill, and I did have to move in with my mum and dad, and I'm incredibly grateful for their support over the past 5 years. Not everybody has that sort of option when things go wrong in their life, so I am very grateful for it. But I think they would agree with me, it's not been ideal, and it has been sort of my goal to work towards trying to move out for a very long time. And recently, being in a new relationship, I'm hoping to move in with my new partner. And I've also been able to go back to work recently as well, but on a freelance, self-employed basis. And that has been where a lot of my money struggles have come from, if you like, because my income varies drastically month to month. And so a lot of the sort of sensible rules that I had for myself previously, when I had a regular income with a paycheck and a salary and all those sorts of things, just have gone out of the window because I can't set up to pay things monthly by direct debit because I have no idea whether the money's going to be in my account or not. And so I'm so glad I found cash stuffing, because cash stuffing has meant I've been able to get ahead of myself and get a grip on my finances again, so that a lot of that stress and worry has gone. So I'm a complete convert. I hope this might inspire you to try this as well if you are like me and you have an irregular income. And so the way I've been able to manage it is I've had all my sort of most important sinking funds, my annual expenses, that when I get paid a lot of money, I throw as much cash as possible into them so that they are fully funded. So even in the 3 months I've been doing this, a lot of my expenses are fully funded now. And then whatever I have left at the end of the week, I put towards another sinking fund, and my sort of saving goals are secondary to that. So my aim at the minute is just to get ahead of my sinking funds, and then we'll think about savings and saving challenges later. So this week I'm stuffing £215, and so I keep the money in the front here. So let's double check it's all there. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 130, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 210, 215. Lovely. And my cash tray is actually a toast rack that I got in a charity shop. I have no idea whether I'm going to keep making these videos. I have no idea really what works for me. Like I say, I'm still quite new to this. So for now, I'm just working with what I've got. And if I can afford to buy more things, more jazzy things, I might change my setup. One of the things I did buy, which I got secondhand off Vinted, was one of these Filofax Saffianos, which has become my purse. It's also become my diary. It has changed my life. I love it. So let's see what we have left over from the last week. So it looks like I have £30 left in groceries. I should say my grocery budget is quite small because I pay bed and board with my mum and dad, and my sort of shopping, my weekly shop, comes out of that. So this is just money for if I'm staying with my boyfriend and buying anything, or if I want anything for myself during the week. That comes out of this money. So I normally budget 25. I put 30 this week, but it looks like I haven't spent any of it. My partner must have done the shopping this weekend. So spending, I normally budget 30 and I've spent it all, but some of that was work expenses, so I should get reimbursed digitally for that. And then eating out. I'm going to a wedding this weekend, so I've been saving this up. So I've currently got £50 in it, and you can see My system is very low tech. It's very unaesthetic. When I bought this notebook, which came from Etsy, it came with these brown paper pages in it already. So I've just been using those to write out my spending and track my spending. So I currently have, or should have, £50 in here. Let's check. 10, 20, 30, 5, 45, 50. And this was my very first King Charles note. So I've saved him. I'm putting him at the front. So hopefully that should be enough for drinks. So this says eating out. I bought these envelopes from Labelle Budgets on Etsy. And eating out for me covers all sorts of social. So it covers drinks at the pub, it covers sandwiches on the go, and it covers meals out. It's not just actually like going to a restaurant and eating out. So let's see what sort of change I have left, if any. Oh, quite a lot. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 75. So 475. So my ones and twos go towards a sinking fund later, and the pennies or the silver change goes in the squirrel, and the coppers go in this coin jar, which used to work and has since stopped working. But I am just sort of doing the 100 penny challenge, but we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so let's restuff for the week. So groceries is going to get 25. Let's put that in there. Spending is going to get 30. And eating out is going to get 10. I don't think I'll spend £60 on drinks at the wedding. What's the date today? The 22nd. But you never know. All right. So that's it. I'm going to need that pen later. So we'll put that to the side for now. And so my sinking funds, I only have the one binder. I have everything in here. I just find it easier like that. As you can see, my car insurance is fully funded with £500. And this is my very bog standard placeholder, literally a post-it note, which said £50 and then I wrote another 0 on the end. But so that is fully funded. And my trackers, I just stick one of these stickers. These came with my binder when I bought it on the tracker so that I know it's fully funded. Again, car tax is fully funded with 150. So breakdown is fully funded as well with 150, and we are working on car maintenance. So how much is car maintenance getting this week? It's getting £10. And that means it should be fully funded with 200. So I have 50 in the bank. I don't have one of those bank accounts with the different saving pots. It's just all in the same account, and I just track it in a spreadsheet. I find that's sufficient for me. So 50, 100, and 10. Oh, I've put these in the wrong order. So 100, and 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, £200 for car maintenance. And my car is being serviced this week, so I imagine all of this, if not more, will go. But it's nice to know that I do have the money ready to go as it is. So let's fill this in. 22nd of the 7th plus 10 equals 200. And then which of my little stickers shall we use? Let's use these flowers, I think, seeing as it's likely to change very soon. So clothes. And clothes this week is getting £10. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100, and 10, 20, 30, 130. Now, I usually put whatever was left in my purse into the next sinking fund that isn't fully funded. So I have been snowballing them as sorts, but I'm not sure whether I want to carry on doing that or whether I should put that in car maintenance as well, because I'm having my car serviced this week. I'm going to decide at the end. for now, we'll just note that we added £10 to clothes. Health. Now, you might have noticed I have goals for these, and this is, I sort of calculated my average yearly expenses for these things, and the minimum I can put in each week to reach that goal. And you might notice that my health goal is quite high, £675. And that's just because, like I say, I've been very ill. I have a lot of health related expenses, prescriptions, supplements, massage, that sort of thing. So we've added our £20, so 120, 40, 60, 80, £200 in health. So this should be £20 a week, should mean I reach my health goal by the end of the year. Tax. Now, I'm self-employed, and like I am on quite a low income, and so I don't know what my income tax bill is going to be. And for the past couple of years, with being so ill, I haven't made enough money to actually pay income tax. So I've just paid optional extra national insurance. So I've been able to fully fund the national insurance for this year. I actually think it's gone down since. This is based on last year's bill at 170, but I imagine I will have to start putting more money in this if I cross the tax threshold. So I'm tracking my income to see when I get there, but for now it's fully funded. Beauty. Having my hair cut in a few weeks, so this is that sort of beauty, makeup, haircuts. I'm quite a low maintenance beauty sort of person. It's getting £10 this week. So hopefully this shouldn't be too big of an expense in my life. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 20, 30, 130 in beauty. So I have a mobile hairdresser and she charges, I think, £35 now. It's just gotten so expensive to go to a salon. And with my health the way it is, I cannot be bothered with that. So I have a mobile and it's been much more affordable. So this is, yes, Labelle, this is where I got my envelopes from, and this tracker came with it. So home, I actually need to unstuff this, and I need to unstuff clothes. Oh, I forgot about that. So I bought something on Prime Day. I don't normally buy anything on Prime Day, but you know when you've been wanting something and then you have the option to get it for significantly less on Amazon Prime Day? Couldn't resist. So I've bought a robot hoover. Now I went halves with my partner, so I need £135 to go back to the bank. So I think let's just take out that placeholder, and then there is £25 left in there. Oh, and then that doesn't work anymore, does it? Oh well. So let's see, when was Prime Day? I think it was the 17th. Oh well, let's just put the 17th minus 135. So what am I giving it this week? £30. That's generous. I must have known I was going to buy something. So 20, 30, 40, 55 now. So I don't really know where to put my back to bank money. Let's just put it at the front there for now. And so we added £30 for £55, and I need to take £20 out of clothes because I bought some things to wear to the wedding on Vintage. So let's take 20 out of there. And let's say that was the 17th as well. So we should have 110 in there. And this is one of the things I've found really useful about the cash stuffing is the money's there. I've already budgeted for it. And so I don't have to, or if I do spend online in particular, because I'm a little bit guilty of the online shopping addiction, you know, I can take the money out of my little wallet. Everybody's happy. No dent to the bank account. So gifts is fully funded with £100. I have a couple of birthdays coming up and a couple of things that I need to think about because I ordered, well, basically I pre-ordered something online which hasn't been delivered yet still. And now the updated delivery date is October. So it's definitely going to miss the person's birthday. So I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to take the money out of here. I don't know. I need to think about that. My other category is theatre. I love the theatre. I love to go to the theatre. It's one of my sort of guilty pleasures, if you like. So I'm also including sort of music gigs in this as well. I like live music. So I've got £100 fully funded, but I haven't booked anything. I imagine I will book something and take money out of this when I get there. And as you can see, these are literally envelopes that I hole punched and have treasury tagged into this binder. Very, very basic setup. I did not have the funds when I started doing this to be buying lots of custom made envelopes from Etsy. Maybe I should learn to make my own. Anyway, business. So I have some work expenses that I wanted to make sure I had budgeted for. Subscriptions, things like that. So £250 I've managed to fully fund as well in the past 3 months. And then we're on to sort of my longer term savings. So I want a buffer just because I am quite new to this and I do keep forgetting to pay with cash and things and it messes up my envelopes. So I just want a little bit of a buffer in my current account. And so we're adding £20 this week. So I have £100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. So put in there. And 22nd of the 7th plus 20 equals 170. My goal for this is £400. I think that should be enough. And then I have an emergency fund goal. I do already have an emergency fund, I should say. I know a lot of people are like, you need to prioritise the emergency fund. I already have one. This is just... I would like it to be bigger, particularly if I am moving into rented accommodation, because that's very scary. So, because, you know, if somebody's late paying their invoice and I can't pay my mum and dad, they're very forgiving. A landlord might be less so. So I would like to have a bit more of a buffer in that regard, and it's getting £30 this week. So, no placeholder, and like you can see my placeholders are literally bits of scrap paper that I've torn up. Maybe one day I'll get some fancy ones, but for now it works for me. So 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290 in the emergency fund, and the goal is 2,000. So 22nd of the 7th plus, was it 20 or 30 I put in there? 30. Equals 290. I am also in the long-term savings department, saving up for a house deposit. Now, you'll look at this goal. Every time I see it, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? That's never going to happen in a million years. But got to stay optimistic, I guess. And I've also just looked it up recently, and actually the average cost of a house deposit now is £52,000 in Britain. But I don't know, you never know, do you? And it's definitely never going to happen if I don't save for it, you know, so I might as well put something in this envelope and hope for the best rather than just not try. Well, that's how I see it anyway. So it's getting £10 this week. But I am also giving it all my £1 and £2 coins. So what's that? And that's another £5 there, isn't it? I think I said that was £4 earlier, and it's £5. So is that the £10 I'm putting in here? I presume so. So we have 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, and then I have 80, 85, 90, 91, 96 in pound coins. And the pound coins have their own little purse that's upstairs because I forgot to bring it down. But anyway, so let's add 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then 22nd of the 7th plus 10 equals, what did I say? 196. So we're nearly at the £200 mark. Yay! But I sort of admit, you know, I know what I'm getting myself into. It's a lot. And I'm hoping to get one of those lifetime ISA things. but you can only pay £4,000 a year into those anyway. So maybe if I get to £4,000, I'll open one. Who knows? I don't know. And then I have another long-term saving goal, which is called investing/pension. So very, very boring. But obviously when you're self-employed, nobody pays into a pension scheme. You don't have a workplace pension. So I'm trying to give a little bit of money to this each month, but I can't really afford it. So like a lot of the weeks, I've just been putting in 5. This week I am going to put in 10. So we have 110, but I think maybe 20, 30, 40, 5, 55, 60. There must be a placeholder in here. 110. Yay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it gets to £200, I might transfer it into my pension. I don't really know. Well, my goal is £500. So maybe when it gets to £500, I'll transfer it into my pension. We'll see. And then this last is my very, very janky penny challenge, 1 to 100 challenge. So what have I got here? 75. Can I take off 75? Oh yeah, I can. That's good. So we'll put those in the squirrel. And then all I have to do is decide what I'm going to do with my £30 left over from the week. So, do I want to put it in maintenance? Part of me feels like I do really need to put it in car maintenance. Maybe I'll put the 20 in here and I'll put 10 somewhere more fun. Yeah, let's do that. So, we're going to give it an extra £20 just to be on the safe side. To 20. And then, do I want to put that in clothes or beauty, seeing as I'm having my hair cut, or home? Really needs to go in home after the purchase of the robot hoover. So let's add 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 65. Of the 7th plus 10 equals 65. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching my first ever cash condensing. Oh no, cash stuffing. I'm going to do the cash condensing next, seeing as it's the end of the month. So I'd love to know what you think of my first video. Maybe that's tempting fate, but I very much appreciate you if you did watch it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.